So maybe your strategy for building your business should be to go out and mess it up for all your customers. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I can see you now. Hey, boss, I got a great idea. You know? No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. But what I am saying is when something goes wrong, use it to your advantage and set it right. Now, let me ask you a question about that young man, the clerk. Do you think he woke up one day and said, oh, I have a brilliant idea. I'm going to give away socks? No. It wasn't the clerk's idea. Somebody in the organization, someone in management, someone at supervisory level made the decision that they were going to build a strategy for service recovery so that whenever something goes wrong, you know you're going to get them back up high again. They were smart. They'd thought it through. Have you? What did that pair of socks cost them? 10 ringgit wholesale, maybe less? You think they're going to make the money back with the next purchase of shoes? Oh, yeah. What about you? I want you to turn to your partner. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Do you have a strategy for service recovery that guarantees that when something goes wrong for one of your customers, boom, you're going to bounce them back up? If you do, tell your partner, what is it? If you don't, tell your partner, what should it be? You got 30 seconds. Ready? Go. All right. Woo! Maybe you're wondering, what I'm talking about now is no longer customer satisfaction. Everybody's going for customer satisfaction. It's a commodity today. Oh, well, we're for customer delight. That's cute. Shows your competition. The only thing that matters today is customer loyalty. Building up not only an excellent mindset, but an excellent service relationship that builds up long-term with your customers so that they say, hey, when it comes to that industry, there's only one company I want to be doing business with, the same company I've been doing business with, your business. In this program, Service Encounters of the Third Kind, I talk about how you shift from customer satisfaction to customer delight, from customer delight to customer loyalty. That's why it's the third kind. Invest in these tapes and you get a lot. You can watch the video. You can listen to the audio while you're driving or exercising. You can use the workbook. Important ideas, strategies, techniques. And this pack goes to that young lady right there in yellow because she's going, me, me. Okay, you win. Would you pass that back to her, please? All right. For the rest, I love you too. For the rest of you, they're going to be available all along here and just outside. And you guys got good news. Somebody said the Malaysian economy is not... And I say, oh, Ron, you got to give him a discount. You got to give him a really big discount. Ron, you got to give him a big, 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 big discount. And Richard Tan was going boom, boom, boom on my head. You guys got the biggest discount of anybody in the region. Talk to you about it later. But it's just here just today. Now, let's go to the last one. Does all this stuff make sense? Isn't it common sense? Yeah, if it's such common sense, though, how come we don't find more organizations that have excellent service? Good question, isn't it? It's a question that I always start by asking the front line. I go into a new organization and I say, how come service isn't better around here? And you know what the front line always says to me? Are you kidding? With managers like we've got? They say, do what I say, not what I do. They say, cut the budget, cut the budget, cut the budget. So I go to the managers. I go, hey, managers, how come service isn't better around here? You know what they always say to me? Are you kidding? With frontline staff like we've got? Now, what do you call this? Finger pointing, right? But I also learned in Asia we call it Tai Chi. I know you lah. I'm an American. I call it what I see it. I call it at the bottom of the barrel, B-L-A-M-E, Blame. Hey, I got a question for you. Does blame improve service in your organization? Yes or no? Does it make things worse? Yeah, it does, because you get people upset. It demoralizes everybody. Nobody can do a good job. So then people start to realize that every time I point my finger and I blame you, there's 3 fingers pointing back at me. And they go, oh, maybe I'm accountable for this. Maybe it's partly my fault. And then they start to realize, oh gosh, you know, I made the same mistake twice. Or, oh, I didn't work as hard as I could have. I knew I should have, but I didn't. And then they start to feel ashamed. And one level up from blame is blaming yourself, which I call shame. Does shame improve service in your organization? Yes or no? No. Can you imagine trying to improve service in an organization where everybody's walking around going, I'm so stupid. I made the same mistake again. Of course not. So then we got to move up. Move up. We say, I'm not going to blame you. You're not going to blame me. I'm not going to blame me. You're not going to blame you. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's the computer's fault. It's the system's fault. It's the budget's fault. It's the schedule's fault. It's the policy's fault. It's the procedure's fault. It's the process fault. Make an excuse. One level up from shame is justify. Justification. Hey, does justification improve service inside your organization? Yes or no? No. There's only one group of people that should operate below this blue line. Lawyers. And I'm glad I ain't one of them. You go, well, you got a problem with lawyers? The only place that you can go, that you have to go, if you really want to improve service in your organization, or ladies and gentlemen, if you want Malaysia, boleh, you got to go above the blue line. And that means that every single one of us means we have to commit ourselves to take personal what is it? Yeah, responsibility. And I choose my words real carefully. I don't say, wait to be given personal responsibility. I don't say, hang around to see it because some shows up. I say, you got to take personal responsibility. Now, what does that mean? That means that within your area of responsibility, your job, you will do every single thing that you can to do the best you can do. You will follow through. You will go the extra mile. You will learn about your product. You'll learn about your delivery system. You'll study. You'll upgrade yourself. You'll commit yourself to learn, improve, and grow. You'll take every action you possibly can within your area of responsibility to be the best. It also means that you will reach outside of your immediate area of responsibility. You will extend your circle of influence. If you see something coming down the pike that doesn't affect you, but you know it's going to affect your partner in another department, you're the one that picks up the phone and calls and said, hey, I just noticed something I thought you ought to know. If you've got an idea to improve the whole organization, you're the one that raises your hand and says, I got a suggestion. I got a recommendation. Could we have a meeting? Let's initiate a conversation here. I want to help make everything go better. Take personal responsibility.